Hello Capricorn, welcome to this reading. We're going to be taking a look at the energy and predictions for the sign of Capricorn for the end of March. Now, do keep in mind that this is a general reading, so take the messages as they resonate, drop the ones that do not, and also check out your sun, moon, and rising signs. All right, Capricorn, let's go ahead and see what we have going on for you for the end of March. So the timeline that I have for this is March 21st or 2nd. So that would be the second to last weekend of March. Let me just double check that. Yes, second to last weekend of March, all the way through till April 7th. So we're really looking at the last week of March plus the week after March here. And the reason I chose April 7th is because that is the final day of Mercury retrograde. There's also a full moon on April 12th, by the way. And yeah, many things, full moons can represent endings or new chapters closing out, new chapters beginning in our lives. But let's see what's going on here for you to end out the month primarily. All right. I think that's looking just about good enough to me. All right, Capricorn, energy on the bottom. You have the Six of Cups. So there may be, interestingly enough, the Six of Cups can represent a return to the past. All right, some past event coming back in. This is very much a Mercury retrograde card. I won't spend the whole reading talking about retrograde, but lovers from the past can come back in during retrograde times, and also the Six of Cups can refer to that happening as well. It also is, there are a lot of things here. It can represent past life energies or karmas that you brought into this life with you, coming up for review. It can talk about your homeland, where you were born, the place that you were born, the homeland, the motherland, so to speak. And then, it can also talk about your family just generally as well. Just reminiscence from the past. There could be a past issue coming back in here. Yeah. Well, let's go ahead, and I just want to make sure I adjust this a little bit. As you know, I am quite finicky about the placement of the cards. All right, so we've got this past energy showing up with the Six of Cups on the bottom. Diving in here, you have the Queen of Pentacles in the middle. Well, quite simply, this could refer to you. The Queen of Pentacles could be any earth sign, more of a feminine energy. Remember, we don't deal with genders here in the tarot. These are just feminine and masculine energy. So in these readings, it doesn't matter what gender you are. It matters more so about the energies, right? So this is a more feminine energy, a feminine earth sign. So this could be referring to you, but this could also, the Queen of Pentacles could also be referring to maybe you looking at your financial situation in a discerning way, right? There may be a past financial situation that's coming back in for review. Maybe you had some financial plans that you were looking to set in motion sometime earlier in this year, and this is now showing up again as we close out March. Many people are scrambling to get taxes done, particularly if you are in the U.S. Around this time. So this could also be something that's showing up. You could be dealing with your accountant, anything like that. Let's see if I can get some additional messages here. This could be a financial advisor. But the thing about the Queen of Pentacles, this is typically a trusted person in your life. They're going to give you very blunt, very like what you see is what you get advice when you get the Queen of Pentacles. So there could also be, basically the Queen of Pentacles is basically somebody that when they speak, you listen, Some people are, they're a person of few words, but when they do use words, it's very, very poignant. What they're saying is very, very poignant. So I think you're understanding what I'm saying there. Now, in the first column, you have the Eight of Pentacles, you have the Queen of Swords, and the Hermit card. So I'll tell you what, the Earth energy here is very, very strong. Okay, so we have the Two Pentacles cards, actually the Three Pentacles cards here, actually forming a V. which is interesting. But then we also have this Hermit card, which is the card of Virgo in the tarot. And so I feel like maybe, just on a mundane level, some of you are looking to do some grounding here, coming back to earth in some area of your life, getting some grounded advice, solid. You can think of like the word solid. The other thing about like earth energy is that it's also can refer to the home, quite literally the dwelling that you live in, that you reside in, the residence, real estate, money. And also hard work as well in business, particularly Capricorns, right? Capricorns are potentially the hardest working sign in the tarot, or sorry, in the zodiac. And so all of these themes may be showing up here, and I see some level of dedication that you've been putting in for a long time as you have the Eight of Pentacles. This is the deepest card of dedication in the tarot. This person is really, they have become an expert in something. It's a card of expertise. And you may have learned this skill, or you may become an expert in something through a self-study, right? Like you may have, for example, for me, I do consider myself an expert in tarot, and that for me was primarily self-study. I didn't take any tarot courses. I sought out the material around tarot for myself on YouTube, on websites, using the little booklets that come with each tarot card. I did read some books as well, but I didn't really have like a tarot mentor that I saw in person, right? I didn't undergo some sort of formal training for tarot. In fact, I am self-taught, really. I underwent self-study in tarot. And also, I can say that in YouTube as well. So I don't say that to talk about me, but instead what I'm saying is there may be something that you have made some level of self-study, like what I just described in my personal life, that you may have undergone, and now you've dedicated yourself to this. You've become an expert in this thing, Capricorn, right? And you may have found some success in this area, and I see that this is going to continue to grow here for you as you have this Seven of Pentacles and the Eight of Wands. We'll talk about that more as we go along. I also think that whether it's through self-study or some other means of learning, you are very studious, Capricorn, in that you are interested in always becoming better in whatever it is. And whether that's through self-study or through formal courses and education, maybe some of you are really interested in that topic as well, this idea of like being a lifelong learner or always looking to upgrade your skills, your talents, your abilities. And I think this is carrying you very far. Or even if you're done, if you're retired, right, this has carried you in life very far. The other thing is, I think some of you prefer to, there's something about like, when I say isolation, I don't say that in a negative way, but there's this push-pull energy between the Hermit and the Two of Cups. But let me just touch on this Queen of Swords. Very similar to the Queen of Pentacles. The Queen of Swords is somebody who basically delivers what you need to hear, not necessarily what you want to hear, okay? So they're kind of both blunt energies, people that are capable of delivering blunt messages. The Queen of Swords is going to not really pull back any punches, while the Queen of Pentacles will wait for the right time to say the right thing, if that makes sense. So let me just touch on this other part here. You have the Two of Cups, the Queen of Pentacles, and the Three of Swords here in the middle. So there's this like push-pull energy between the Hermit and the Two of Cups. Hermit being somebody who prefers to undergo self-study, be in isolation. They are somebody who prefers to be on their own for some things, or they really value their alone time. It doesn't mean that they're a loner. It just means they value their alone time. And the Two of Cups is kind of the opposite of that. It's partnership in the tarot. It can be romantic partnership. It's actually my favorite love card in the tarot. So there's maybe something going on here between you and another person that's coming back in for review in the love area here. Okay, so I've been talking about career and money and stuff like that, but as far as your love situation goes, with the two people cards showing up with the two queens, and then the Six of Cups and this idea of the partnership or union with the Two of Cups, there may be a past issue that's coming back in for review, or for you to, yeah, for you to review or work through in a partnership. There is separation here, okay, with the Three of Swords. There definitely is separation here. You may be a little surprised if it happens, but it's not guaranteed, because in tarot, you want to see multiple confirmations before making just like you see the Three of Swords and it means breakup. That does not necessarily indicate breakup on its own, especially because I don't see like Three of Cups, I don't see Nine of Swords, I don't see Eight of Swords, I don't see 10 of Swords, 5 of Swords. So we'll have to go through and clarify, okay, before I can say that there's a breakup energy here. But there could be a separation from something that may be a little bit surprising, okay? So this could be you separating from your work environment, separating from something in your life, okay? Assets, maybe you're selling your real estate, that represents a separation as well. But your heart is tied to this. That's the thing about the Three of Swords. Your heart in some way is tied to this, whether it is emotional or some other thing, right? For example, if you've lived in your family home for your whole life and now you have to sell it, your heart is in that, right? Your heart is in that separation. Hopefully that makes sense. You then have the Seven of Pentacles, you have the Eight of Wands, and you have the Seven of Cups. We don't have another seven here, but I just am saying, like, this 777 angel number is showing up for so many people over the past couple weeks. Just want to bring that to your attention. You do have two sevens, okay? So that is something. Now, the Seven of Pentacles is another card. It is a card of hard work. And you may be questioning if you want to continue dedicating yourself to this area, because the Seven of Pentacles can indicate questioning something. Okay, questioning, do I want to take what I have or let it grow? The idea here is like the Eight of Pentacles, they would continue to rededicate themselves to something. In other words, let it grow. So some of you may be like just questioning, am I going to continue with this? Have I, how do I say this? Have I given too much? Is it time for me to explore what else is out there? Eight of Wands, though, is a breakthrough. It's basically the path clearing, something moving ahead, the clouds clearing, and it can also indicate communication from a distance. It's a very positive card. And finally, the Seven of Cups says you have so many different directions to go here. So why don't we go ahead and start to clarify this situation even more by pulling some additional cards. We'll start by pulling some oracle cards here for you, Capricorn. All right, we'll take these, and let's also take a look at the energy on the bottom. You have the Eagle card. So Eagle, see from a higher perspective. Okay, taking a bird's eye view on, I think, probably a financial matter or a financial situation. You're also taking a bird's eye view around something that happened from the past here with the Six of Cups on the bottom. All right, you then have Magic Guardian, unlock the magic within, as well as Oracle, wait for important information. There's definitely power in waiting sometimes. There's definitely, there's power in waiting. Sometimes it's best to gather as much information as possible before we make a decision. And I see some of you doing that. I think some of you are striking at the right opportunity, or striking when the moment is exactly right, and I think that there's nothing wrong with that. There are times, though, in life where we have to like spring into action and we have to think quickly, but obviously it depends on the situation. You then have Shaman, trust in higher forces. Snake, shed old skin. That's interesting because I was actually looking at the snake tattoo here, or whatever this is, on the oracle's arm. You may want to look up snake symbolism. I believe it's connected to sexuality in some way. And then you also here have Hunter, track down your fears and desires. Okay, so there could be some things connected to sexuality in some way here on this reading. This won't be for everyone, Capricorn, but if you have snake dreams, I would absolutely, if there's a snake that appears in your dream, I would absolutely research. I have different symbols that come into my dreams personally, and I'll just research with a simple Google search, like snake dream meaning or spiritual meaning of snake in dream. Some of you may want to, just pay attention to that here, Capricorn, particularly if you get those types of dreams. I believe snake's also about transformation, obviously shedding old skin. Let's go ahead and let's see what else we have here. All right, let's go ahead and clarify these original 9 cards with some more cards. Now, Capricorn, I do hope you're doing well. Hope things are going good for you at this time. And we'll see what else we have coming in for you at the end of March here. Okay, so you have you have the Seven of Swords. You have the Queen of Pentacles twice now, and you have the Three of Swords twice. Okay. All right. Well, I said, confirmation. There could be a separation and an ending with someone. This person certainly could be romantic with the Two of Cups, but they may also, sorry for the camera bumping there, they also may appear as someone else in your life as well. Okay, but there is a energy of separation here, particularly as you have the Hermit card, which again, potentially solo energy when you get the Hermit card. And we now have 3 queens as well. So the double Queen of Pentacles and the Queen of Swords. Thing is, I don't love the Seven of Swords in a tarot reading. It's like one of the only cards I don't love to see because it can represent deception or somebody like scheming behind your back in some ways. The point is to not make you paranoid, but that does happen at times in life, and the tarot tries to cover every aspect of life as it can in some way, shape, or form. So as you have that with the Eight of Pentacles, maybe there's a question of the dedication in a relationship, right? Whether this is in a business partnership or a romantic partnership. Some of you may be questioning the dedication. Is this person saying one thing and doing another thing type of deal? There also may be some strategy that you need to look at here in your money situation. You may be looking to strategize financially when the Seven of Swords comes in. So that may, in this case, it may look like adding revenue streams to your business or creating a side hustle on top of your main job, something like this here. Okay, you do have this is this is a bit confusing. You do have the Ace of Cups with the Two of Cups, the Two of Pentacles, and the Ace of Pentacles. So Ace of Cups, Two of Cups, excellent combination on its own. The thing that's muddying the water here in this reading is that you have the double Three of Swords and the Seven of Swords. Okay, so I'm getting this idea of like mixed signals or mixed messages that somebody may be putting out there. Okay, particularly in a relationship situation. It's almost like they don't exactly know what they want, or you don't know what you want in the relationship. It's sort of like you're in a state of flux, right? Here, as you have the Two of Pentacles. Two of Pentacles is this idea of like being in a state of flux, okay? Or if that's a word. I think you understand what I'm saying, like a fluctuating situation. Kind of this idea of like being in limbo. And it can also say that there's some changes financially showing up with the Two of Pentacles. Two of Pentacles can talk about weathering some changes financially that may be happening, particularly as you have the Queen of Pentacles. And the Ace of Pentacles is this new start that you're looking to plant, this new seed that you're looking to plant. I do see you maybe changing your direction. Maybe there's something you've been doing for a long time. I see you planting a new seed here, Capricorn. And maybe looking to sort of take some chips off the table. The Seven of Pentacles person is looking to take some chips off the table or keep them on. And I think you're probably going to take those chips off and plant them somewhere else as you have the Ace of Pentacles and the Two of Pentacles. And I think that you'll probably come to the understanding or realization that you have the time and the resources to do that. You have the Two of Swords, the Tower, and the Queen of Cups. So it's very interesting. We have 4 queens in this reading here. So people are playing an important role for you to close out March. We've got the earth signs, the water signs, and the air signs here. But with the heavy emphasis on you, on your sign, the earth energy, Capricorn. You're kind of like in some a period of indecision around this shift that I'm talking about. Like I was just talking about how like you're maybe going to take some chips off the table. This is you're feeling a bit indecisive about this, which I totally understand, and you're just wanting to basically maybe some of you are afraid to fail. A lot of people are afraid to fail, and that then leads them to do nothing. And so, the biggest advice here is, you've got this wait for important information, wait for important information energy. So I think the biggest piece of advice here is gather as much data, as many facts as you can before you make this leap. There could be a shock, surprising situation with the Tower and the Eight of Wands. Sometimes the universe decide, like if we're not deciding, like if we're just in indecision for weeks and weeks and weeks and months, the universe is like, okay, here's the Tower moment, especially with the Eight of Wands, and then the universe is like, okay, this is the path. Like this is what the universe has been trying to show you. Here it is, with the Tower and the Eight of Wands. And a practical example of that could be like something dramatic happening in your life, right? Like that sort of just like instantly wakes you up type of deal. The Tower exposes a false belief, but this is a good situation here with the Eight of Wands, because the Eight of Wands, again, is all about the path being cleared for you. So any surprise or upheaval that's happening is clearing your path. It's creating room for your Dharma to show up. Your Dharma is the path that you're supposed to be walking on in life. And then the Queen of Cups with the Seven of Cups, it's sort of like, you've just got so many choices around other people. You've got a decision to make around other people, or for some of you, around this idea of like taking what you have and planting what you have somewhere else. So many choices that you have to make. And I would pay attention to your dreams. The Queen of Cups can also connect to your dreams. You then have the Three of Wands. This can be around business partnerships and alliances. It could also be around travel and adventure as well. It's a good card of adventure. But let's go ahead and take a look at what is going on here for you in the Kipper cards and see what the Kipper energies have for you. All right, so let's see here. We're going to go ahead and get one more shuffle in here. Split the deck, and then we'll see what comes forward here in the Kipper energies. All right. Okay, occupation, bad health, thoughts, change, expectation, and message of concern. All right, so when you look at these cards, like many people say, like they'll see the bad health card, or they'll see the death card, or the Tower, and they'll start freaking out. But this is all about symbolism, the card reading is about symbolism. And just because this says bad health, it doesn't mean everybody watching this is going to have some sickness, or their family members are going to have sickness or whatever. That's not the idea. Your health situation is being impacted by this idea of indecision. As you have the imprisonment. Think about the imprisonment of your mind, of your thoughts. With the Two of Swords, the imprisonment card, it's affecting your well-being in some ways. Okay, and so there's something around indecision here that's very, very heavy, especially with the thoughts card. And this is probably connected to your occupation or your job. And I see a change happening here for you in that area, or for some of you in your relationship. Thank you so much for being here. If you enjoyed this, hit the like button, subscribe, and I'll most certainly be talking to you again soon.